What is up, Finesse family? Good day, everyone. Good day. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day today. Hopefully, everyone is having a good day today. Let me adjust my stand. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day today. Make sure you get your snacks and everything together. We're going to have a little discussion today about something I was perusing through and read about, so I wanted to talk with you guys about it. What's going on? To put up to keep you guys inspired, like talk about different topics going on in the world that I think is interesting, and kind of give my millennial finesse spin on that. So let me get my documents and things up, guys, so we can have this discussion. If you do not know or haven't been to the channel before, welcome. My name is Mrs. B Finesse. My goal as a millennial is to use my wisdom to educate the world on how to be your best and have your best life. And life is really a finesse. And when I say finesse, guys, that is more so you are doing things for yourself to get you to where you need to be. That's what I mean when I say finesse, all right? And when you're walking in that, life is so much easier. You're not focused on everybody else and what they're doing. You focus on you. I'm an educator. I'm a life coach, aspiring author, and visionary. I will review topics and give my millennial mindset on them. There's no limit to what I will discuss. All right, fam? So everybody come on in. Let me get my article up. All right, so today, guys, we're going to be discussing hair, black hair with women. We're going to be discussing why are we having these issues. Okay, my bad, guys. I didn't even see the chat. I was wondering, like, what is going on here? What is going on? Okay, fam, I see the chat now. So, Trash Can Waves, yay! What's up, buddy? JP, she's yes indeed got my front seat. Yay! Hey, JP. Timeout corner. We missed you this morning. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it because I went up and checked to see if you had any. Blind guy, his wife, their life. I kind of up a little bit late today, guys, as you can see. Join in, Tech is playing games. Oh, cool. Blind guy, his wife, their life. Hey, Marvin Be Life, what's up, guys? Trash Can Wave said he's living his best life, and blind guy, his wife, their life. It's a good day. I thought we were on StreamYard today. And no, not yet. Not yet, guys. I was running around getting some stuff done yesterday with my husband, but I'm gonna set it up today because he told me yesterday, babe, go ahead and set that up. So I'm gonna hopefully set it up today, guys, because I had another video I put out, and then I was doing some other back end stuff. So hopefully after this one, we'll do it. You guys got to keep encouraging me, fam. All right, so this is a topic that I like discussing. All right, guys. So this is basically what happened, guys. This was on Good Morning America, and it was a lady. Her name is Keoa Martin. All right, so she went viral, guys, on LinkedIn. So if you don't know what LinkedIn is, it's supposedly like a professional Facebook, Instagram. All right, so if you haven't been on it before, hey Sabrina Scott, how are you? If you haven't been on it before, it's basically like a professional site. You go in there, you put like all your information. It's kind of like akin to Facebook too, because once you put like the school you went to, you put jobs you worked at, other people can see it, and then they can like join on your page or whatever, and they can be like one of your links, LinkedIn, okay? So it says a black woman wears a fro in headshots. And I know a lot of you in here, you're natural. So it's like to you, you're like, and so what? But I felt like this was worthy of discussion because I just didn't see what was so exciting about that. I mean, to me, it's inspiring in a sense because it's teaching our young black girls that it is okay to wear your hair the way it is. Any other culture that has hair like us, it's okay for you guys to wear your hair the way it is. But this is, so basically this woman, guys, she said, this is why I think this is a teachable moment. She said that she never, and this is why, like I said, this discussion, we need to have it. Because I don't think we talk about this much as black people, black women, and then other cultures need to hear us having this discussion so they understand how hair and what hair means to us, all right? So here's a picture of her. All right, guys. So this is the picture she posted on LinkedIn that went viral. Okay. Beautiful sister. Beautiful sister. All right. So basically, her background, guys, when I was doing my reading and researching on her, is she said that she never wore her hair straight. Never wore her hair straight. In all her professional pictures, guys, she said she always would press her hair because she felt there was going to be a stigma. Now, Black women, we already know what that is. I'm pretty sure if you work in a professional environment or you worked around anybody, you know kind of that feeling where should I go to the interview with my hair like this, or should I put my hair in some type of semi-looking professional, even if I do have braids or dreads? Should it be something that's more conservative? So basically, guys, here's what she was saying. She says for the first time, her name's Kiora Martin, and she works at Body and Health, so she's a health administrator. She said for the first time she wore her afro, a black blazer, and pearl earrings. She says, I have always taken my professional pictures with straight hair because that has always been deemed the professional look. She said, over the past year or so, I have become more comfortable rocking my natural hair in a professional setting, and I could not feel any better. All right. She basically started this hair journey in 2019. She said she did not ever feel comfortable wearing her curly fro in professional environments. And she said she always went for a protective style box. So I want to know, my people in the chat, who has ever experienced that? So we can kind of make this palpable. Has anybody ever felt, even men too, because I know men, when you guys go in a professional environment or whatever, they're judging you anyways, whatever you put on. In the chat, can we have a conversation about that? Have you ever felt like you had to kind of just conform your hair or something you wore when you went in a professional environment? Now, there's some basics to this too, guys. And I'm going to wait for you guys to come in the chat and see. But there are some basics to this. And I had this with my students. I would do like my older high school students. I did like a little workshop with them where I would teach them how to do a job interview. And it went so great. They were, guys, I'm telling you, I like doing things that's actually going to work in class. And actually, like, it wasn't something I was supposed to teach, but I didn't care. I told the principal, this is what I want to teach my kids for this week. And she was like, cool. Because they know the things that I do are something that I know is going to be worthwhile for the kids instead of just teaching them what you tell me. So I lucked in with that in all my schools, guys. They kind of pretty much let me do what I wanted to do. But anyways, I did like a little lesson for a week, guys. And it was so neat because I literally made them sign up. So I had like a week blotted out and they had to sign up for their interview time. And they got extra credit if they dress up. But you know, some teenagers, they don't want to wear anything to high school. So, you know, I made it extra credit. But you guys will not believe when you put teenagers to a task, what they will do. Those kids, I had some boys that came full suit. I had this one Haitian boy. He came in a full suit. He looked so nice, guys. I was so proud of him, and I told him that. I had a lot of kids that came full suit, head to toe. I had kids that would just come to school with sweatpants on that day when they knew it was a grade, guys. They came with a button-down shirt. Like, I've never even seen them dressed up. And it really just made my heart, like, because I was like, these kids really care. Like, if you give them what's the name? Like a goal or a task to attend to, they'll do it, especially if they trust you and they know that you care. So, sidebar, they had to do an interview with me. They sat with me for like 3 to 5 minutes each, and I taught them how to, you know, shake somebody's hand when you first sit down. Don't look down. Try to keep your eyes up. And I would teach them, like, even if you don't want to look at a person, look above their head, because nobody knows that you're doing that. You know, just teaching them like little tricks. So when you're looking, just look like, I don't know, an inch above their head, and just kind of look there if you're scared to look at them. But I was so proud of them, guys, because like just the little things I taught them, they said nobody ever taught them. Obviously, they had parents at work, but you know, parents aren't thinking to teach kids stuff like that. So that's a sidebar. Let me go back to the chat. But I was very proud of them for that. Sabrina says, hi. Hey, Sabrina. Blind guy, his wife, the last says, which platform is that again? Are you guys reiterate that question? I'm not sure because I'm just not reading the chat. JP says, hi, Sabrina. Sabrina Scott says, good, thank you to JP. In the top of her hair, like that. Stop the trash can. Blind guy, his wife says, not me, because the world is a stage and I play the roles of my location. Cool. JP says, glad to hear. Okay. So nobody else has experienced that? Okay. That's cool, because I know like a lot of women, especially Black women, they're just scared to wear their hair. Just me personally, Man, I can't even remember the last time. My natural hair journey, I cut my hair off. When was that? 2013. I cut it all the way off. And it was liberating to me, guys. Like I've always had like a good length of hair. So it's like I just always like my hair. And I wore it straight sometimes, but a lot of times I like braids. I never wore a weave in my life. Never had a weave. I think one time in high school I did like this updo and it was like a bun thing for like prom, but I've never wore like glue weave to your hair ever to me. I've never done it. All right, so let's get back into it, guys. Because I want to know, you guys think this is even profound? Is this even worth talking about? Because I do want to have this discussion as far as black hair. She says, I thought this is who I am and how I show up to work every day. So my new professional headshot should resemble that as well. All right. Then she said, honestly, I really don't like when people bring attention to my hair, but something was different at this time. She says, I have not had the most positive experiences, hence the reason I asked the chat, because I want to know if this is even common in the regular people's day-to-day life, or is this she just some unicorn? I have not had the most positive experiences when it comes to my fro in both professional and personal settings, and felt that I wanted to share the joy I was feeling despite negative past experiences within LinkedIn. She says, I felt it was just LinkedIn, so a few of my connections could see it. All right. So once again, guys, do you even think this is worth talking about as far as like our hair and should we wear it the way we want? I mean, I've never had an issue with it as far as my hair. Like ever since I cut it, I wore it the way it was. Like even when I cut it down all the way off, guys, I had like a little, what was it? Like I don't know what you guys call it. It was like a little fade thing. I loved it. I loved my hair the way that was. Like I might cut this down again too, but I loved it. To me personally, I get it. There's social norms and standards about Eurocentric culture and Western culture, but I think if you really stand if you stand in who you are and what you're in, you're going to exude so much confidence. Nobody's thinking about your hair at all. I mean, I know that personally. If you really stand in who you're in, you're going to exude so much confidence. They're not really focused on it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying our hair is something that's not a center of attention. But once they do focus on that, let you shine out through that. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't feel bad about your hair and don't suppress like what it is. But I know that's a thing that a lot of Black women go through. Blind guy, his wife, their life says, all right, I already read that. Oh, Salamander Nelly. Hey, Salamander Nelly. She says, I used to get nervous. Here we go. Good. I'm getting some more feedback by somebody. I used to get nervous going to an interview because I have locks. You never know what biases the interviewers may have. Thank you. Good. Yeah. And I mean, guys, we know that this is a male issue and a woman issue. When you see locks, it makes you think a certain thing. And I'm going to even tell you guys, I'm Black. I grew up north. So a lot of people up north did not have dreads and locks at all. It was mostly a down south thing. Now, I'm not saying like up north, East Coast didn't have it, but I'm saying it wasn't really a thing until like I got older, like in high school, college. So yes, we will be ignorant to say that when you see somebody with locks, that you don't have a bias about it. Yes, it's more palpable and comfortable now because we see more famous people with them. We see a lot of people with them. But yes, so thank you for that honest opinion, Salamander Nelly. Because people need to hear that. Because we have all kind of people listening to my live. So it's not just all Black people. But they need to understand that, yes, we experience these things. And it is something that we should not, because this is just how our hair grows out. And it's funny, guys. I see a lot of white people having dreads now. What do you guys think about that? I see that a lot now. Blind guy, his wife, their life says, when I'm not a straight hair place, I wear my hair straight unless I can't when I wear it however it is, and I lead with other attributes. Okay, so you're basically saying when you're in the work professional field, or when you corporate work or whatever, you saying you had your straight hair, but unless you couldn't wear it. Okay, good. Thank you, blind guy, his wife. Trash Can't Wait says, Salamander Nelly, please. Judging by your icon, you look very professional. Yes, she does. And see, that's why I say we need to have this conversation, because you really don't know what people are going through until you hear conversations going on. Some of us all assume because of our experience that this topic is it's something that doesn't make sense. But this is why, like I said, we have to talk and have these discussions, because people do not understand of the culture and outside of it. Like, this is a big thing with this hair. And I'm going to probably do a bit, if I can get it in this one, if I can get it in this live, guys, I'm going to do a discussion dealing with the perms and the hair lies and what it is doing, projected going forward to whoever is using it, because different people use it, not just Black people. All kind of people use perms. The perm that straightens your hair. But I want to talk about how that's leading to cancer now. They're finding a lot of people are getting cancer from these perms. And if you think about it, common sense, they're using chemicals. They're using pure chemicals to straighten your hair. So it would just make sense if you really think about it. But like I said, if you don't research it, you wouldn't know. So Sabrina Scott says, I used to despise my natural hair. I agree with you. That's why we got to have these conversations. Thank you for being honest, Sabrina. She says, I used to despise my natural hair when I was younger. I was told natural hair is unattractive. And guess what, guys? This is a stigma that our parents brought to us. I say starting from, when did they start really doing it? Madam C.J. Walker, I would propose the 30s going forward, but basically the 30s through, I'll say the 70s. I wasn't born yet, but I'm just saying I know that because just talking to my mother and all her sisters and brothers, like that is kind of the age where everybody was trying to, fry something and lay to the side. I forget what my uncle used to say. But yeah, that is a time where it was, unattractive, or we didn't have any tools to manage our hair. So it was just the way it came out, which, in some sense is perfect the way it comes out. But yes, it was a stigma then. So thank you for that, Sabrina Scott. She said, I used to despise my hair when I was younger. I was told natural hair was unattractive. And that's what the parents taught. And it's so weird when you think about it. They would be like, oh, your hair too nappy. You need to straighten it. You know what I'm saying? We know that if you're being honest, your parents said that, or you've heard your auntie or uncle, whoever did your hair, say that to you, unless you came out with straight hair. Blind Guy, his wife, their live says, true. That's one of the reasons I never locked my hair, to keep the flexibility when going to interviews. Salamander Nelly, I bait and switch. See, that's what, when we have these conversations, you will bait and switch, guys. That's what I'm saying. We got to hear each other out. We can't just stay on one tone and one level with things, because a lot of times we are ignorant to things because we don't want to talk about it because it's taboo and it's stigma. And I really believe this ideal of hair and how people wear their hair. And once again, let me project. Let me purport. I'm not saying that if your hair, I'm not one of those. It's just like, oh, if you got straight hair, then you the white man's. No, I'm not for that, because I know some people think and like straight hair, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. But me personally, I like my hair natural. Now, who's not to say like I wouldn't not flat iron. Ooh, no. What's that called? Yeah, I guess I would flat iron it straight, just to do like length retention and just do a length check on it. Yeah, but I like my hair 9 times out of 10 in its curly state, or in a state of being in braids or something like that. That's me. But I'm not about to knock another black woman that feels comfortable with straight hair. Now, if we got it straight and it's going all to the floor, to each his own. But I'm not gonna ever do that to another woman. We're not here to attack other women. But yet and still, we want our women to embrace that. If you did want to wear your hair in this natural state, don't feel bad about that, and don't get so caught up in other people that you can't be who you are. Because I'm telling you, it's liberating. If you cut your hair off, because our hair as black women, if you didn't know, our hair as black women is everything to us. It is what defines us. It is what motivates us. It is what makes us who we are. It is everything. And I don't think it is like that because we want it to be. I think it's like that because of what we were told since going back to just slavery, and then coming into the 1900s, and then the ideal of beauty, Eurocentric ideal of beauty, and all that was professed. So obviously we are going to follow what we see a trend is. And sometimes I feel like you need to stand in who you are and what you are. No, not sometimes, all the time. You need to stand in it. And if you can't get what you need and get what you want, or people say and do what they want, you got to make a choice. And if you want to conform, I'm not mad at anybody that conforms. This is not, we're going to beat up people because they want to wear their hair straight. We're not doing that. We're having a discussion. But I feel in my heart, if there's a job that I want and that job won't hire me because the way my hair comes out of my head, I don't really want that job. And then you know what it'll do? It'll have me grinding, probably having my own business and trying to figure out how can I work when nobody will ever fire me. All right. And I know everybody doesn't have that tenant and that spirit, but I'm just saying, guys, you should never let somebody make you feel that you can't be who you naturally are. Like that will take your breath away. That will take your existence away. I'm not trying to get deep, but I am. Like you guys know it. When you're trying to really be yourself, even with another person, a mate, a loved one, a partner, and you cannot truly be who you are with them, you know you sick inside every day. You start to like hate them and resent them because you can't be who you are. All right. So that's my little preachy moment. Like, do your best to just be yourself, guys. Life will be so much purer and easier because you don't have to fight that demon of trying to be what everybody wants you to be. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat. Oh, we got some good stuff in the chat. Okay. My Vivid Life says, I work in IT and with mostly white males. I was always mindful of how I looked to be accepted. Today, I wear my butterfly locks and I love it. And you look fabulous. And see, like I said, it's so refreshing. Like people don't get it. Like I said, the plight of what Black women have to deal with their hair, the dealings we have to do with our hair. It is such a war. And that's why I wanted to have this discussion and make it more untaboo, because I don't think anybody understands. I don't even think the Black male really understands what the Black woman has to go through with the hair issue. And then, like I said, it's all kind of people that'll listen to my live and my channels, and I want everybody to hear this because it runs very deep, and I want them to be aware that this is a struggle that Black women have, and if they can have the peace to choose instead of having to conform and stay in something, because this is just a norm somebody made up, and not because this is who you really are, then I think that is one of the tenets we can deal with to try to build ourselves back up as a culture, guys. Let's see. Trash Can Wait says, whatever makes people happy. Not really though, Trash Can. Not really. I didn't really, guys, I'll be honest. Like, I always thought like the way I was, which was like, I was always that kid. I was that kid when I was younger. Like, I would go to the playground. I didn't care if nobody followed me. I go over there, play, and have so much fun. The next thing I know, I have like a whole group of 10 kids around me. Like, I've always been able to like kind of bring people toward me, and so I've never kind of been wanting to be like, I got to do what they're doing because I want to be part of the crowd. It's like I buck against that. I buck against, I don't know. I always buck against what everybody else is doing because I don't like, if it's something I don't want to do. Now, if it's something I want to do, I rock with it. But like, I find that that's not normal. Talking to my friends, people I work with, talking to family, and people that I help or counsel, they're like, no, it's not common. It's not common to really just stand on your principles a lot because you have to conform. And I get it, guys. I'm not telling you to go to your boss and just say, screw you and leave. But to a certain point, you have to have peace in your life. You have to be able to know, like, even if you are doing something, okay, this is my goal. I'm going to do this for this amount of time, weeks, years, whatever. And then I'm working in the background to do whatever, because you have to have your peace, guys. You can't be doing stuff and you're not in your peace. Let's see. Salamander Nelly says, I was warned before I got locks that I wouldn't get a job or a husband. I was brave and chose to lock my hair. And you know what, guys? Dang, why would somebody hit her with that? Like, why is it that serious? That's why I want to have this discussion. Like, why would somebody tell Salamander Nelly that she couldn't get a job or a husband because she locks her hair? And if you don't know what lock is, it's basically kind of like this, but it doesn't look twisty. It's just kind of pulled down, hair pulled down together. All right. So that's deep. That's really deep, but that's society. So thank you for that honesty, Salamander Nelly. Trash Can Wave says, Salamander Nelly, you made a great decision. Yeah, because she went with herself instead of what other people are saying. No one puts the blame on Madam. Snuggle says, no one puts the blame on Madam C.J. Walker. Can anyone explain to me what that is? No one puts the blame on Madam C.J. Walker. Can anyone explain to me what that is? Okay, somebody in the chat, answer Snuggle's question, because I want to go down through all the chat. They say, Snuggle668 says, no one puts the blame on Madam C.J. Walker. Can anyone explain that to me? I'm not sure in the context what you're asking, but maybe somebody in the chat can. Trash Can says, they better not mess with my vivid life. JP says, who required you to be mindful of your hair at My Vivid Life, the job or the Black culture? Okay, so My Vivid Life, if you get that, read it. I'm really behind on the chats, guys. I know. I'm just trying to get the points out. Let's see. Let's see. Sabrina says, I wear my natural hair for the last 14 years, except on job interviews. Okay, so Miss Sabrina, how do you wear your hair when you go on job interviews? You straighten it? Trash Can Wait says fried, dry, and laid to the side. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Vivid Life says, thanks for having her back, Trash Can Waves. Vivid Life says, JP, it was me being self-conscious as one of the few in the company. Fit in, blend in mentality. And you know what? We have to make that more normal, because like I said, I don't think people really realize the struggle that especially Black women have, and Black men too. They have a struggle with their hair too. But the struggle that Black women have about even just conforming. Guys, think about what that feels like. You can't even go anywhere without somebody judging you because of the way your hair looks. Now, we got to put this in context too. I don't think, like, if you wear your hair natural, it should be just looking real crazy. I think it should be, in a sense, groomed. And you guys, everybody with sense know what I mean about that. I'm not saying you can't wear your hair the way you're wearing it, but I think the biggest thing is people will try to say, well, they got their afro dreads, but it just look crazy. Let's groom it a little bit. But, you know, I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's just something that you want to use to say, to try to talk specifically about a culture or race about their hair. All right. Sabrina says, straightening my hair when I was young as 5. Yeah, they are, the Black family straightens little girls' hair. Yes, between, I believe it's like 4 and 7, like right when they enter school, that's when they straighten their hair. So thank you for that, Sabrina. My Vivid Life says, in my recent job interviews via Zoom, I wore my hair in my butterfly locks. I spoke with 3 people and got 2 job offers. Good. It's about how you represent yourself. Yes. And that's exactly what I was saying, My Vivid Life, going back. If you exuberate like confidence, guys, I'm telling you, if they want to judge you beyond that, they're just evil devils. But I'm telling you, if you exude beyond your hair and you fit the bill and meet the predicament or parameters, most of the time, guys, you'll shine through that. Now, I'm not talking in outliers. I'm not going to say every time, duh. But most of the time, guys, yes, it's going to shine through. All right. I've had my hair in many different styles, my afro, braids, all kind of in and out. And I've never had an issue with anything. Never. Now, don't get me wrong. I never said I didn't feel self-conscious about it, because I'm like, dang, I'm wearing my hair this way. But my energy, my personality overshined all that. And once I seen it happen more and more, I just got more confident. So once again, I'm not saying like you start off like super, like I'm gonna wear my hair the way I want. No, you don't. But once you build the confidence to do it once, even if somebody doesn't agree with it, the more you do it, it will build your spirit up, and then it will be more easier to do. All right. Let's see. Snuggle says, does any other race of people go around and try to make their hair texture look like the texture of Black people's hair? Yeah. I've seen people with dreads. I've seen white people with dreads. I've seen all other kind of people with dreads. Let's see. JP, the Aspiring Matriarch, says, I get that, My Vivid Life, maybe because of the industries I've been in, it hasn't been an issue for me. JP, what industries have you been in? JP says, Snuggles, what's a permanent or white with locks for 1,000? Yeah, that's what I said, JP. Trash Can Wave says, JP Aspiring Matriarch, you forgot the please. JP says, oops, you guys are silly. All right, Blind Guy, his wife, their life, says, yes, that's what happens when you're with hair locking. that other races do. Other races emulate black hair. Also, homeboy with the big fro that was a painter. Yeah, exact. Thank you. Thank you, blind guys. And it's funny, I was gonna do I was thinking of a story to do with him. I had seen an article over him. But yeah, is he fully white, guys? You said he's Jewish? Okay. So yeah, he had a huge afro. I mean, afros were in back in the day. And the only people that hair would grow out that way to wear afro were people of Afro culture, black people, and anybody that kind of had Afro culture in them. Okay, Snuggle says, JP, anyone can do locks without using chemicals to manipulate it. JP says non-blacks need something more to mat their hair, chemical waxes or mayo. Trash Can Wave says CJ Walker was the first black female millionaire. Yes, she was. Don't do her like that. And guys, and if you calculate it now, if she was living now, she would be a billionaire. If you equate that money that she had back then, and hyperinflated to how much it would be now, she would basically be a billionaire. Yes. Thank you, Trash Can Wave, for that. Snuggle says the person on PBS that is their natural hair, what did they do wrong? Snuggles, that's what we're talking about, buddy. Well, I don't know if you're a man or woman, so I call everybody buddy, so don't take it personal if you're a woman. But that's the point, Snuggles. We're saying I don't believe, and let's get into that. The guy that was on PBS, I don't believe anybody told him not to wear his afro. He didn't have any issues going on job interviews. So if he didn't, why is this issue with black people wearing their hair the way it comes out of their head? Why is that an issue? Why do they have to feel self-conscious going to interviews? Why can't they just be themselves and not feel like there's something wrong with what they did? And like I said, we're talking about it and we're seeing the proof in the pudding in the discussion in the chat. But I just gave you something that was big enough that Good Morning America is talking about it, okay? This issue was in Good Morning America. This wasn't just something I found, all right, guys? So let's get into some more of what she was saying. She said, to her surprise, hundreds and thousands of people liked the comment. They commented and they felt inspired by her headshot. So these are LinkedIn. There's all kind of people on LinkedIn, and there were hundreds of thousands of people that respond to her LinkedIn. Following the tons of engagement. Now I'm going to show you somebody that is using her power, using her notoriety, using her 15 minutes of fame to make a difference. I'm going to show you what she did. She didn't just bask in this. She actually did a call of action. So she says, following the tons of engagement, she edited her post to highlight initiative to seek the change, to change the stigma surrounding natural hair in the workplace. This is what she said in her post. She re-edited it. And she did a call of action, which I can really respect from this because most people wouldn't do this. They would just be like, oh, I'm getting attention. She says, because this post is getting a lot of attention, she says, I would like to bring awareness to the Crown Act and the important work that is being done by the Crown Coalition, Dove. And if you don't know, Dove is doing a lot of campaigns on natural hair, natural women, specifically Black women, and women of other ethnic cultures too. But they've done a lot with Black women and their natural hair. The National Urban League, Color of Change, Western Center on Law and Poverty to End Race-Based Hair Discrimination. So that's basically what we're fighting here. It's called race-based hair discrimination. She wrote, she says, do your part and check out their website to sign the petition in the link below. She said, it says, Martin's advice to others who desire to wear their natural hair in professional spaces is simply to do it, she said. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Y'all going ham in the chat, man. Okay. JP says, non-blacks need something more to, I already seen that. Said that. Sabrina Scott says, I have interviewed with wigs. And let me sidebar that. And you guys already know, because I said this from the beginning. So if you're just getting in the stream, just getting in, this is not a hate campaign on anybody that wants to wear their hair straight or anything. Like I said, there's some styles that I have wore straight and it looks cute on me, especially like different braided styles or whatever. And different wigs, guys, some of these wigs look like really real. And some people are dealing with hair issues, so they have to wear a wig. So we're not knocking that either. We're just having a discussion about hair. We're not picking and choosing anybody's plight on hair. All right. But yeah, some wigs look really nice. So I'm not even knocking that. So Sabrina said, I wore a wig to interviews. She says, I feel like I have to do that to avoid being discriminated against. And you have a right mindset on that, because I just gave you a story right there, guys, on somebody, and they call it, what is a technical term for this? Race-based hair discrimination. So yes, Sabrina, it was a truth. Sweet. Let's see. JP the Aspiring Matriarch says, Dr. T. Hanson Johnson did a video on this and how Black men's hair issues are overlooked. A lot of Black men are denied entry and upper mobility in the military due to severe razor bumps. And I thought there was something in the military where your hair has to be a certain way too. They can't have long hair either. So the military, but I thought that was for like not combat, but I thought it was for like reasons of when like they're doing trainings and stuff like that. Let's see. But I didn't know about that, JP, about the issue with the severe razor bump thing. Sabrina Scott says, me too. I see plenty of young non-Blacks with woolly froze and long braids. I mean, yeah, guys, I made that an issue with when we get into the Kardashians. Remember the big issue? How when one of the Kardashians wear, it's trending and it's viral. But when you see another young little sister wearing it, it's too much, or it's not, it's not conservative enough. So we see that all the time. It's called cultural appropriating. If you don't know, we all should know it, but some people want to act like they don't. So if you don't know what cultural appropriating is, it means you take something of a culture and you use it to I guess to be like the culture, to want to emulate the culture, but it's something that you naturally wouldn't do or wear on your own. Sabrina says, oh yeah, I just read that. She sees many of non-Blacks with woolly froze and long braids. Yep, I see it too. Where are we at? Okay. JP says culinary, early childhood, and volunteer management. Oh yeah. So yep, yeah. I wouldn't see that being an issue, JP, because as far as culinary, you're behind the scene. Nobody sees you. Early childhood, nobody has an issue with people taking care of their babies. And then volunteer. Yep. Blind Guy, his wife, their life says he did nothing wrong. Shucks, he did it really well because I just saw a stuffed animal of Bob Ross in Crackle Barrel at Snuggles 668. Let me rock my fro and get a contract. Snuggle says Madam C.J. Walker made it acceptable to not like the natural hair and curtail it to what the dominant society looks like, and they just took that mindset and ran with it. Madam C.J. Walker started the mindset. No, she didn't. Madam C.J. Walker was meeting a need. So if there weren't people that wanted their hair straightened, then she wouldn't have a multi-million-dollar empire. So you gotta realize, as the slaves were coming up, they didn't have products to do anything with their hair. I'm pretty sure they learned and knew different treatments with the plants and stuff. But with Madam C.J. Walker, you have to think about it. I don't think it's a mindset. I think it's just a common sense thing. Like, okay, if I can get my hair to be straight and I don't have to comb through it, I don't have to untangle it, I don't have to deal with it frizzing back up. I think it's a matter of accessibility of something being easy. I know that's why I straightened my hair. It wasn't because I felt like I felt bad about myself. No, it's easier to have it straightened and last 6 weeks to 2 months and just let it come out the way it is straight than to be dealing with trying to do it. My natural hair takes double, triple the time as when it was straightened. So I can't concur with that, Snuggles. I don't think she started that mindset. I think she met a need and she profited on it because there were people that wanted their hair straightened. So I don't think she started that mindset. My Vivid Life says Bob Ross didn't have a natural fro. He permed his hair. Oh, right. That's right. I forget. Other cultures, when we call it perm, we're trying to straighten it. When they call it permed, it's like they're trying to get it curly to blow up like a curl, kind of, sort of. Okay, so my Vivid Life says he did not have a natural flow. She said he permed his hair. Notorious Gray. Hey, Notorious Gray, what's up? Notorious Gray says, I'm not sure how this is specifically a woman's issue. I don't think we said it was specifically a woman's issue. We know that women, the article, I don't know if you must have just got in here. So when I started off, Notorious Gray, we were talking about an article and it says black woman wears fro in headshots and it goes viral on LinkedIn. So our discussion was basically about how did they word the actual naming of it? Our discussion is about race-based hair discrimination. And we were talking about if it's really true. It was a discussion of, is this true or not? Or is this story just being superfluous? Is this just a story just to grab some attention? So that's basically what the topic is at hand. And the chat is actually agreeing to that this is something that really happens, giving their story and telling what happened when they went on job interviews as women. And we did discuss too that males have this issue. JP brought it up earlier in the chat that our men are having this issue too. So it's not just women. Someone says, why would black women need other people to fight their own? Here, if you don't mind me asking, when they give billions to Asians to not show their hair. Snuggles, I don't know if you're listening to the context of what we're talking about. This is an issue. We are having this discussion because we're trying to make it more palatable for people to understand that it is an issue because they're getting discriminated. So because they're getting discriminated, they're thinking that they need to go wear their hair a certain way because of the obvious proof that they're getting discriminated. So guys, make sure we're all listening because like I said, when I have conversations, I don't mind answering questions and I don't mind engaging, but a lot of what's being asked is answered in the chat or we discussed it. So make sure like we're actively listening to each other and we're not just trying to have like a certain mindset to want to just kind of tag and knock down each other because that's not what we're about here. We're about learning and engaging with each other. JP says mainly women, but about men. Mainly women, but what about men or do they not use? Well, I know men have issues with their hair. Men have issues all the way around on everything. So, let's see. Madam CJ Walker profited on the demand that was already present. Yep, I discussed that. Let's see. Combat training, because so JP's talking about the Razorback thing. Combat training, and because masks weren't sealed properly. Oh, happens with police officers and firefighters. Interesting. Insurance in the community, so they bring the natural economy back and track it. So, all right, the Dove campaign is a woman's issue, and so is the article. Rather than being about Black people's issues, it's more woman-centered. Notorious Graces, I was going from the title of your stream. I recently joined in. That title, I didn't even see it. So, okay, thank you, Notorious, for that. All right, guys. So, hey, Darius, what's up? You're in the place with us. All right. So, Darius, basically, we are having this discussion on Black hair. Specifically, I pulled up an article and I talked about a woman who has never wore her hair natural in a corporate setting or in the setting to where she is getting a job. And we were having that discussion because the article was specifically over a Black woman. But I wanted to have a discussion in all to see who in the chat has actually dealt with that, or if you know anybody that has dealt with having hair discrimination or having an issue with getting a job because of your hair. JP says this is the issue with starting out trying to be diverse and inclusive. Outside side thoughts distract from a clear dialogue. This is a time and a place for groupthink. All right. So let me focus on the war. Well, I've been focusing on it. I think it's going all kind of places, but the war within. All right. So let's talk about that, guys. Let's talk about the war within. I've been in and out of the war within because I've been talking about specifics on why you should wear your hair the way it comes out, how to navigate it. Because like I said, I'm not telling people to, well, this is on you if you want to go in and just, make it your way. But, this is a reality that people have to deal with as far as their hair. It's a reality that people have to deal with as far as conforming. I wanted to make it more normal for people to see what is actually going on, even though some people in the chat said they never experienced. Most people in the chat said they have because of them knowing that they were going to get maybe discriminated against because of their hair and hair issues. Let's see. Blind Guy, his wife, their life says perm versus straight hair is really more about the consumerism. It plays out in the types of discriminations. People using chemicals to straighten curly hair and to curl straighten hair is American capitalism. Yeah, and they're making so much money off of it. And I always wondered that too. Like, I wonder why that there's not more Black people that have like hair salons in places that can sell the hair. And to even think that way is kind of an ignorant thought unless you understand like money and capitalism and how things flow down. Because if you do a quick search, you'll notice like many of the places that sell sell hair are people from Asia or that diaspora. So they can get the hair cheap there. And if you think about it, it's capitalism. So why would I let another culture know my connect in my country? Because I know, their people are going to buy from them. So there's a whole movie on that. I got to find that movie title. But it talked about, it was a group of Black people. What city were they in? I forget. But they were all like trying to, I don't know if they were trying to do a lawsuit or do some type of petition because they were trying to open up shops, but they could not get the supply. They could not get the hair because there was a monopoly on the hair. And I mean, that's just kind of smart when you think about it. Like, if the hair is coming from another place and they're not going to tell you where they're getting the hair from, so you can't sell it. So your supply and demand is off. All right, let's see. JP says, hey, Darius, how's your spirit? Missed you this morning. You didn't get to see your lights. Okay, so Stella says, I would like someone to explain to me who created the war within when it comes with hair. I think it's a good discussion. Thank you, Notorious. So to me, who created it? I don't think there's a specific thing that created it, or person. But we know there is a discrimination against it because if you look at discriminate, you're specifically picking on somebody because of their race. All right. So we've gone through all that, guys. Okay, good. I got a little bit of time left. We've gone through the discussion on that. We've talked about different things in history, in the past, that led to it. We had a discussion about Madam C.J. Walker. She was one of the first Black millionaires who was one of the first people to create hair products, straightening products. We talked about the different ideas of the war within, and we had actual evidence of the war within, because if you listen from the beginning of the discussion, we had many people in the discussion and in the chat talking about the war that they had within, deciding on if I should go to the job and wear my natural hair. And this whole story that I brought up is the war within. This lady saying for 14 years that she never wore her hair in its natural state. So when I bring it all around, let me break down what the war within is again. The war within is the dilemma that a lot of women have, Black women have, because of they are concerned in a professional venue. Should they wear their hair natural, or should they wear their hair in a conservative form or fashion? So those that do not have to deal with this issue or don't understand it, you're getting insight right now. Those that have been through it are expressing, if you have an ear to hear, what the truth is about this, if they can relate and how it affected them. All right. So we have to have an ear to hear. You can't just be in the chat saying stuff, but you're not comprehending what everybody else is saying, because I believe the war within is proven. I mean, let me know in the chat with a 1. Did we discuss and explain what the war within is, or do I need to break it down again? Put 1 in the chat if if we've expressed and went over what the war within is. Let me know, guys. Wait, let me see. All right, JP says check out those educator skills in action. Hey, when I gotta do it, I have to do it because I know, like, guys, that's why I say something. You have to come in my chat at the very beginning and listen, because a lot of times in the chat, if somebody asks me a question, I don't mind answering it and going kind of off, but I do bring it back. So I know I've discussed all this stuff, and a lot of times I have like bullet points going over what I'm talking about. So I don't mind repeating anything, but make sure you're paying attention, because you're gonna miss out if you're not paying attention. Let's see. Okay, thank you, JP. Okay, all right, guys. So let's see. Another topic I kind of want to get into, just to kind of get you guys excited about it. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button too when you come in. Make sure you hit that and hit the bell notification. JP, did you get the message I sent you? I sent you a message. Just message me back because I sent you a message. I sent you a message, JP, so make sure you check it. But going into what can happen from these perms and from straightening our hair, guys, there was an article done, and actually, which was really neat. That's why I'm gonna make sure I get more information on this when I talk about it. There was a study done, guys, and they had studied the chemicals, I guess, that are in the perms and how they perpetuate in your scalp, your head, how they affect you. Let me see if I still have it in here. I have to search it. Hold on a second. But anyways, guys, in the article, it was discussing, I believe the study was over 20 years, people that had gotten perms. And it was basically saying that a lot of the people ended up getting cancer, which is scary, guys. That's super, super scary. They ended up getting cancer, and how the chemicals in the perms affected, they went into like inside the brain. All right. Let me see. Because basically, like I said, if you don't know, the perm is like the chemical treatment and straightener that they put in the hair. And it says, obviously, so if you don't know, these are like side effects of the perms. They can damage your hair and the scalp, and they can cause hair loss. It says hair relaxers have been used since the early 1900s, ergo, Madam C.J. Walker, and are one of the most popular styling products used among African American women. All right. So that's basically what the discussion was. Reply with. Okay, good, JP. I haven't looked at it yet. I've been kind of busy the past couple hours, but thank you for responding, JP. All right. Okie dokie pokey. So I hit my targets. Is there anybody that has any questions or anything? Other than that, guys, I'm going to take care of some. Let's see, JP, my mother would perm my hair and it caused a rash on my scalp. And within 1 month of going natural, it was gone and has never returned. Yeah, and like I said, guys, this is the war within, because this is not just us. This goes back generations. It is such a stigma about our hair, and it is such something that it has been expressed with like a Eurocentric style that is perpetuated on us, that we have this war within where we can't even fathom that there's a chemical that's burning our scalp, that is getting into through our scalp to our head, our brains, and we still want to put it on our scalp to straighten our hair. So that has to be a war, because why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do it when you know the side effects? And like I said, guys, I don't think Black people are to blame from the start of it, because obviously they really didn't try to research and look up the effects of it. But now, since there's been so many years of perming hair and people doing studies on hair loss, now we have the proof and evidence to show. And everybody in here has that hair story, especially women. You know that story when you first got your hair permed. If your parents ever permed your hair, perm to straighten, not perm to curl, because when a Eurocentric person perms their hair, it is to make it curly, if you didn't know. When a Black person or anybody of Afro descent perms their hair. It is to straighten it. So they are polar opposites, if you didn't know. Blind guy, his wife, the life says, I'm trying to cook and keep up. Y'all might get a one. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to keep it within the hour because I got some running around to do anyway. So yes. And that's a story that many Black women have in common. The story of getting your hair perm that very first time. Like I said, my biggest goal with this is to motivate and inspire you. If you are still on the fence about getting your hair straightened, getting your hair, wearing your hair natural, or, getting the perm off of it, cutting it and letting it grow out. One thing I can tell you guys, and this is right here, a quote for your life. It's just hair. I think if us as Black women can get over that it's just hair and it will grow back, it's going to come back. It's okay. Then I think it'll be easier if you need to cut it off to start off for it to come out the way it is. And or if you just want to stop perming it, it's just hair. You can add it on, twist it in, slap it up, glue it up. I mean, that's the good thing about being us. We can make our hair however we want it. So once again, I am for however you want to wear it, because I'm going to wear mine the way I want to. And I wish somebody would tell me something about it. But I'm just trying to encourage, because like I said, they said there is a racial discrimination with hair. If you want to feel more comfortable and confident, and you don't want to perm your hair, you don't want to wear it straight, I'm giving you some encouragement. This lady from Good Morning America, she went on LinkedIn and she said, after 15 years, I'm sick of it. I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to take my headshot. For those coming in late, like I would tell my kids in class, you better get yourself here on time so you can see what we're talking about. I'm way past what we taught, what I taught you. You got to stay online. Let me bring it back up, guys. Let me find the article with the lady. Here we go. Show you guys what she looks like again. Help me with the article. Oh, guys, I pressed it off. But anyways, my point of this is just encouragement. My point of it is to make it a reality for those that don't know or live in other worlds or other cultures that don't understand Black culture, to let them know that this is a real issue and what Black men and women experience and have to deal with it. And it's really interesting when people culturally appropriate it, because when they do it, it is just beautiful and it's trending. And when people wear their hair just the way it is, then something wrong with it, or it's not professional, or you should fix it up and do something with it. Just love the hair you have, love the way it is, love the way you do it. If you want to wear it curly and an afro, do it. If you feel like you want to wear it straight, totally fine. There's no issue with it. But the purpose of this conversation is to deal with the discrimination that people are feeling about it, and let it be known that it's a real issue, and to let you know and encourage you that if you want to wear your hair straight, that there is a village and community that supports you. You don't have to get a perm or wear a perm if you don't want to. And like I said, I think if we push that more, guys, just think about this. What if everybody in America stopped perming their hair? Do you know you would break that whole infrastructure down of other cultures coming in here, selling, having hair stores in every corner, and they're treating you bad, watching you when you go around the store, body slamming you. You still need your hair. You gotta go buy that. Gotta get your perm. Do you know how we would break that whole infrastructure if we just stopped, even if we stopped for a day buying perms? You would break down like big companies too. What, L'Oreal, all those other companies that make perms, not just people overseas. But that would be a groundbreaking day. The whole stock market might just crash. Let's see. Notorious Grace says, both of my grandmothers, I've maybe seen their natural hair maybe once. Yeah, because I know my grandmother, sometimes she puts on a wig. So yeah, they don't. And so you can see it as cultures come by. It's like a stigma. They still have that stigma on them where they don't want to wear their hair. Thank you, Notorious Gray, for that. JP says, thank you for the great topic. The struggle stream family chat, repping Black folks in our diverse glory. See y'all, you streets, keep your spirit up. Okay, thank you, JP. Blind guy, his wife, their life. It's just hair. Yes, young girls in Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries on the continent have their hair cut to take the emphasis off of hair. When we see the boy cuts, that's why. Yeah, and you know what? And I think too, because it's so hot there, it makes sense. Because like having all that hair in such a hot environment is too much. And so thank you for that, Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life, that explanation, so people can know and understand. Notorious Gray says, at the workplace I've worked for 2 years, I started to lock my hair. Around the 2-year mark, we got a new manager. She put her hands in my hair and said she disliked my hair and preferred it short. Now, have you seen my thumbnail? The women on the picture said you can touch my hair. Now listen, as far as touching a black person's hair, guys don't do that. I hope you just don't do that. And it's funny that Notorious Gray, the manager, felt comfortable enough to just tell you that they don't like your hair without you asking. And if you want to know about that, guys, you need to go back to my other live. We had a whole conversation about getting advice and how you perpetuate your own wants and needs on somebody. When you give them advice, you're really not truly being honest, giving them advice to help them. You are perpetuating what you want from somebody by giving advice. All right. So anyways, guys, I'm at the hour mark. I am ready to head out. So, right, unprovoked, I was actively working with, oh, wow. Let me read that. This is a good one to go off with. Notorious Gray says, so basically, they said at the workplace, I worked for 2 years. I started to lock my hair around the 2-year mark. We got a new manager. She put her hands in my hair and said that she disliked my hair and preferred it short. And then Notorious says, right, unprovoked. I was actively working when she did it. I felt like an animal and I left that place. And see, like I said, sometimes, guys, if you stay and you deal with certain things, they exacerbate. This is why I say you should just walk in your own truth. Because when you walk in it, there's nothing you have to prove to anybody. You don't have to answer any questions. You don't have to say why you're doing what you're doing. When it's hair grows the way hair grows. Why should you have to explain why your hair is growing the way it is? And so that's what I'm saying. And in my mind, I don't even understand why we're having this discussion, to be honest. Why is it such a big ado about hair? It's just something that's growing out of the head. And every culture wears weaves too. So why is it such an issue when we do things to our hair, when every culture wears weaves? Like every culture. White people are putting all kind of weaves in their hair that don't even look right. Every culture. Asian people, all people wear weaves too. So are you saying they shouldn't wear weaves? It's a topic we're going to get into later, guys. This is one industry I would love to see be broken down. Yeah, me too. Because black people don't own or control anything. And I'll get into that in another live. I'm gonna have to get off though. But yeah, I mean it's something that think about it. Somebody is selling something to a culture of people, they don't use it. They don't use the products. It's like a hyperbole. It's a conundrum. And it's going to be how we end, guys. So thank you for showing up for me today. Thank you for the likes. Make sure you guys check out I put a little motivational video up for you guys to get encouraged today. And we will deal with another topic at hand, but it is time to go. We're trying to keep these within an hour. And thank you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for commenting. And you guys have a great day. Adios au revoir. See you guys.